already know the drill. We back again with another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So strap on your seatbelts, cause it's all pedal to the metal from here. And without further ado, your amazing host, Drew Billy.
Welcome back to another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys here with your host, DB, and host, Trevor Dinsmore. Trevor, how are you doing again tonight?
Doing pretty well, Billy. Appreciate the extra day off to, prepare and digest everything that happened throughout the week. Pretty good weekend betting wise. Obviously, Sunday, not the result that we wanted, but we'll get into that later on. I have some good takeaways from the game last week. I was encouraged by a lot of things that I saw. And then, of course, we have some unfortunate news to dole out as well. But you want me to get right into that then?
Yeah.
So, as everyone's probably seen by now, Hall of Famer Pete Rose passing away, aged 83, due to a cardiac event. Rose, obviously a Reds legend, won 3 world championships with him, all-time hit king, and notorious for not being allowed in the Hall of Fame due to fixing games and betting on games and so on and so forth. But just to give you a little bit more idea of how Charlie Hustle played this game and, how damn good he was at it, had a career 79.5 WAR, virtually unheard of for a batter of his caliber. 4,256 hits. That beats Ty Cobb by a healthy margin. All-time 303 batting average, 2,165 runs, 198 stolen bases, 1,314 RBIs, a 17-time All-Star, Billy. 17. 2-time Gold Glover, an MVP, 3-time World Series champion, 3 times batting title champion, and Rookie of the Year, as well as a Clemente Award winner. And in remembrance of him, there was a lot of people that obviously shared their love, shared their appreciation for how Charlie Hustle played the game and how, he brought a lot of people to baseball, not the least of which was, what's his name here? I can't even remember. Excuse me. Should have had this a little bit better prepared, but it is what it is.
No,
Yeah. Oh, Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench.
Yes.
Yeah. I knew it was his teammate. I couldn't remember the name. Forgive me. I wish I was a little bit more of a baseball aficionado just for this segment, but Hall of Famer Johnny Bench posting his grief on social media saying, "My heart is sad. I loved you, Peter Edward. You made us all better. No matter the life we led, no one can replace you." And what was kind of cool about Rose was, I believe he hit the 1,000 hit plateau, the 2,000 hit plateau, and the 3,000 hit plateau, each 5 years spaced apart. And then broke the record on, let me see here. I want to get this 100% correct. Moved into second place in 1982, got 4,000 hits in 1984, and then caught up with Cobb on September 8th, 1985, and surpassed him 3 days later when his mother and teenage son were in attendance as well. So family, friends in attendance for that huge accomplishment as well. Rose was the player manager at the time for the Reds, and the whole crowd just obviously stopped for that. One of the great moments in baseball history, and one of the great players in baseball history. Was not the most athletic growing up, just knew how to hustle, just knew how to play the game to its fullest extent. And obviously he did what he did, and he's going to suffer the consequences for those actions. But I look at it from this perspective. If you go into the Hall of Fame, a lot of times, those guys are heroes, right? Your Ken Griffey's, your Mariano Rivera's, your Derek Jeters, heroes, right?
Yeah.
But if you don't go into the Hall of Fame and you're still remembered this much as an all-time great, potentially the greatest baseball player of all time, not to be in the Hall of Fame, that legend will never die.
No.
That legend will never die. And kind of sticking with unfortunate passings, both of which happened on Monday. This one hit a little closer to home. Former Sixer, former Nugget and Rocket, and great humanitarian Dikembe Mutombo passed away at the age of 53 due to battle with brain cancer that he unfortunately lost. But you can't say too much. Well, you can't really say enough about how good this guy was. Hall of Famer, 8-time Star, 6-time All Defense, 3-time All NBA, 3-time block champion, second in blocks all time behind only the great Hakeem Olajuwon, one of the greatest players of all time with one of the most iconic, dare I say, celebrations or taunts in NBA history.
Mm-hmm.
Not to my house, not to my. And I'll never forget the Geico commercial. We talked about it right before we got on the air, Billy, where he's in a grocery store, he's at an office, he's swatting, somebody's trying to Kobe the paper. Get out of here. Not in my house. Not in my house. Not only was he a great basketball player, entertainer, showman, also one of the greatest humanitarians and one of the greatest people in NBA history, dedicated a lot of his time and effort to building up his homeland in the Congo, was responsible for funding the first modern hospital in the Congo, put forth $20 million of his own money, and he did that in honor of his mom, who unfortunately passed away at a lot younger of an age for Mutombo because she couldn't get to a good hospital on time. And so just to dedicate that to her memory. Very cool. Very cool. He also, he once paid to fly an 8-year-old boy to the United States to remove a life-threatening tumor. Johns Hopkins presented him with the Gutermut Humanitarian Award. And in addition, he was on the cover of Sporting News for his humanitarian work, as well as a J. Walter Kennedy Citizenship Award in 2001 and 2009. So one of the all-time greats, and obviously one that's very close to my heart, helped the Sixers get to that 0-1 finals, which I know we still lost, but what do people remember from that series, Billy?
You didn't give up.
You didn't give up.
Well,
the step over and
the step over. Yes.
Yeah, they didn't quit. They didn't quit. And Mutombo never quit on a play, never quit on his people, never quit on his family, never quit on himself.
No.
It's, and it's unfortunate that, the C word got him. Cancer claims another victim.
Yeah.
So I sincerely hope, do what you can to eradicate this awful, awful disease, whether it's through a means, another one that's close to my heart, Thon at Penn State. A lot of childhood cancer research going on there.
Yeah.
But of course, in the brain cancer and, pancreatic, so on and so forth, all those breast cancer, Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yeah.
So do what you can to give to those causes, give to that research, and, help out the unfortunate that are dealing with that as we speak. I will say, in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I hope she doesn't criticize me for saying this, but my aunt Judy Haynes, she was dealing with breast cancer for a while. Thankfully, survived. Went through treatment a couple times. She's good to go. Thankfully, caught it early, but definitely a scare. Anytime you hear that C word, it's like 1,000 needles just go straight into your heart. It's not good.
No,
it's not good. And that's just me, being a relative and just observing it. I can't imagine what it's like to get that news. But he fought valiantly, and like I said, like you said, he never gave up. Never gave up on himself or anyone. And I sincerely hope that none of you guys do either. And like I said, do what you can to help eradicate this awful, awful thing that we have to live with.
Yes. No, 2 bright stars went to heaven, Trevor. So, no, it's very sad news. Also, we want to. People are probably thinking this is a gloomy start to the episode, but you have to do it sometimes, Trevor.
Yeah.
Also, our thoughts and prayers are with the ongoing effort to help those in need. Those have perished in this horrible event, Hurricane Helene. Our thoughts and prayers are the families and the first responders down there as well. But no, hell of a start, Trevor. That was good. That was
Yeah,
good.
and if I may say one thing on that as well, I sincerely hope those in governing power, whether it's in the localities, in the state authorities, or federal authorities,
Mhm.
let's not have a repeat of the Hawaii wildfires here. Let's get people the help that they need. Let's get them shelter. Let's get them food. Let's get them money. Get them whatever they need
Mhm.
just to survive.
Yes.
Because sometimes as humans, we just need to survive, and they need all the help they can get right now. I will tell you, I'm donating to the Red Cross, a great, great humanitarian organization that helps folks all around the world get through these unfortunate tragedies.
Yes. Yes. No, but we're going to move on to news here. And then Trevor's has his beautiful segments. And then I'll be coming back later with debate time. But I want everybody that's listening, Trevor included, myself, keep that in the back of your head. What we just talked about in the beginning there. That think about others and how lucky and blessed everybody is right now. Because there's a lot of crazy things going on. So, but anyways, good news. Broncos running back Tyler Batty suffered an injury, back injury on Sunday. Trevor, I don't know if you saw that or anybody else out there saw the play. Very scary shit.
Oh yeah,
He does.
I did not see it live. Saw the replay. Yeah.
Okay. But he has full movement in his arms and legs, and is back in Denver with the team. So that could have been an alarm. I thought of Shazier when I saw it happen, and I said, "Holy shit!" But he's doing okay. They're working out, physical therapy and things with him to try to get back. No, scary shit. But a very interesting game, Trevor. That 10-9 Broncos Jets game. Anything you're taking away from that?
Is Batty okay? Is he good, or like what's
He has full movement.
Do we know?
Just full
Okay.
movement back, and yeah, that's all they have.
Okay, very good, very good.
Yeah.
And real quick, I didn't want to correct myself. Matumbo was 58. It was 58.
58. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just so I don't want to get flagged for misinformation.
No, you're good.
I did watch a good bit of that Jets Denver game. I think they panned to it either after the Steeler game or after some other game. But they were constantly panning to it on Red Zone and during game breaks.
Yep.
Very rainy, wet, sloppy, and apparently so was the play on the field.
Yeah.
I didn't exactly check the box score, but I know 10-9 is it's pretty reflective of a very ugly game. I think Rodgers had somewhere in the neighborhood of 225. Obviously, no touchdowns. I think they just had those 3 field goals.
Yep.
Not a good look for the Jets. Good look for their defense.
Yep.
Great look for their defense, but hell, and even better look for that Denver defense, if I may say so myself, because not to mention they did hold the Steelers to 13 points, and we saw what the Steelers offense has turned into now.
Yes.
So credit to those Broncos too. What are they, 2-2 now, Billy?
I believe so. Yeah.
And I think we either had them at 1-3 or 0-4. Everybody was writing them off, but lo and behold, Bo Nix leading them to a 2-2 record, relying on the defense, making plays when he needs to, managing the game, getting used to things. Obviously, very boom bust. He is a rookie. Most rookie quarterbacks are going to be pretty boom bust, other than Jaden Daniels.
Okay. Oh yeah,
and CJ Stroud last year.
Yeah.
So
they're high in the market right now.
Very, very high. I imagine very high in the card hobby as well. So no. Good for those, and good for Denver.
Yeah.
Good for Denver. Everyone wrote them off, including us. But they're competing. They're hanging around. Any given Sunday, anything can happen.
Right. But I have to say too, the adversity that Knicks had, Trevor, if I'm not mistaken, and someone might correct me in the comments, but I believe at halftime when they showed the stats down below during the Steeler game, he was at -6 yards at halftime passing.
He's somewhere in that neighborhood. Yeah, he completed like 7 passes for -6 yards.
Yeah. So for him to come back and still battle, I don't know. That speaks to he's going to be a special talent, special player. I'm not giving up on him yet. A lot of people thought he's overrated, but I think he can hold himself. I mean, he just played a really good fucking Steelers defense.
He did. He did.
So let's not pull the curtain down too quickly here. He still has a lot of time to improve and show it on the field. So, But
No, for sure. I'm just looking at the box score as we speak.
okay.
Pretty abysmal. Very glad I didn't watch this game. Jeez. Combined 28 first downs, total of 7 third down conversions all game.
Yeah.
Broncos still only had 186 yards of offense.
Yeah.
That's ugly. Ugh.
Not good.
That is ugly. Jets had 13 penalties for 90 yards. That needs cleaned up. They got a lot of shit to clean up in New York, per the usual. Figuratively and literally, they got to clean the shit off the streets, and they got to clean the shit out of MetLife.
Yeah, Dustin, real quick. We're going to be touching on the Steelers. We'll throw out our predictions in that too for the Cowboys game.
Oh yeah, yep, yeah. That's I believe that's part of Billy's news segment here. So we'll get to that.
Yeah, but Jordan Love returns. Trevor, watching the game back, a little bit of a shit show. They were down 28-0 in the first half. They come back, lose 31-29. He missed the two. If you haven't been watching the episodes or following along with the NFL, he was out due to MCL sprain for 2 games. I'm not saying. I mean, he came back strong.
He did.
Finished
through 4 touchdowns. Yeah. And what, 389?
389, 3 interceptions. He's saying the knee, it's still there. He's still feeling it, but it's healing. I would have liked him to sit out 2 more games. I don't know where you're at.
I was going to say, I got to see, I think the Packers bye week is not this week, but the following. Oh, geez, actually, when is their bye week?
And we talked about it, but
their bye week is, oh, no, never mind. Their bye week's week 10. I must have been thinking of another team.
Okay.
They had a stretch: Tennessee, Minnesota, LA, and then Arizona. Yeah, I was thinking he'd be out till the Houston game, bring him back for that level of competition. Yeah. But they brought him back early. He must have been feeling good enough to play, and don't get me wrong, he slung the ball around in the second half. He did very well for himself.
Right.
Looked decently comfortable. Knee was, like you said, still bothering him. Looked like that too, but. That's what gamers do. They fight through injuries. I mean, I go back to Romo and his various injuries, Rivers with the ACL, Ben was banged up all the time. This is what gamers do. And I remember. Halotinata. Great in Madden. In person, he's Ratbird. Obviously, I hated him, and he bends nose sideways. So not a good look for Mr. Nada in the eyes of Steelers fans.
No.
But no, Jordan Love, he's going to be just fine too. If he can come back in the second half and not quit, give 110. They almost won the game.
They almost did.
Almost came back and won the game after being down 4 scores.
Right.
And obviously credit goes to the Vikings for hanging on and going to 4-0, one of the few undefeated teams left in the NFL. And I did not think you'd be saying Sam Darnold. He is one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
It's wild.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird just what happens when you're given a 3rd and 4th chance and you finally find the right system and the right coach with Kevin O'Connell and you start winning games, you start humming along. Jetta's doing his thing.
Yep.
I mean, it's pretty fascinating to see. But no, the Packers' future is in good hands.
Okay. No, I agree with you on there. But also going over here, a lot of conversation surrounding Travis Kelce. Was people at times, Trevor, were saying, is he on the fucking field? Because he wasn't doing shit. If you know football, he was blocking. He was doing some plays that maybe aren't flashy. But 7 catches for 89 yards against the Chargers in their 17-10 victory. Before that, Trevor, leading up week 1 and through 3 weeks, he combined for 69 yards. So do you think he just said, fuck it, Mahomes, give me the ball, or what the hell's going on here?
I don't know if it's a product of that as much as it was a product of Rashee Rice going down.
Okay. Yeah.
And you got to give the targets to someone, and they're probably not going to go to – they're not all going to go to Worthy. They're not all going to go to Smith-Schuster. A lot of them are going to go to Kelce. Yeah. Not to mention Pacheco's still hurt. They still got that running back committee situation with Kareem Hunt and what's that guy's name that fumbles all the time? that long-haired guy.
Shit.
You'd think I'd remember his name because of how much he was in the box score for crap that he couldn't do. But regardless, you're working a lot with spare parts right now. If you're the Chiefs and you're still somehow winning games. Carson Steele, that's his name. Carson Steele.
Oh, okay.
Number 42. Yeah. And, you're splitting him with P. Ryan and Kareem Hunt, and your best wide receiver is out. And you're cobbling together these wins some way, somehow, because you have a good fundamental defense and you have one of the best coaching staffs, if not the best coaching staff in football right now. Andy Reid can coach his way to a win easily. Yeah. He makes, well, probably not easy, but he makes it look that damn easy.
He makes his offensive plan as good as his fucking cheeseburgers. Okay.
Oh, I know. He leaves a little room in the middle, leaves a little pink in the middle for some creativity. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. Yeah. But
we underappreciated Andy Reid and how good he was for so long because he couldn't win the big one, lost a few NFC championships, and obviously lost that Super Bowl to the Patriots. I think we're back in 2004, somewhere around there. But now look at him.
Yeah.
Now look at him. And this isn't the flashy Chiefs offense with the likes of Tyreek Hill and even way back Jamal Charles and Mahomes slinging the ball down the field to Travis Kelce. It's a different Chiefs offense. It's a different Chiefs team. It's Spagnuolo. It's defense. It's the run game. It's Mahomes being more of a game manager, but still somehow making those sidearm and baseball-like throws when he needs to.
Right.
It's hard to stop a team that knows its identity and knows how to win ugly.
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin has made a career out of winning ugly, and right now Andy Reid's starting to do that too.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I'm not kidding. Well, they're fucking 4-0, Trevor, but
the 4-0's 4. Like no one looks at the box scores at the end of the season.
No,
they just see, this team went 12-5.
Correct.
They're not going to go back to week 4 and say, they looked ugly against the Chargers. If they're holding a Lombardi at the end of the season, none of that fucking matters.
Who gives a shit? Right.
Yeah, none of that
I mean,
matters.
the Steelers were 8-8 in 06. So
yeah, who remembers that, right?
Or 05, maybe. I always get fucking.
05 was 11-5. We were 11-5. Made it in the wild card.
Okay, 06.
Yeah,
okay.
06. Yeah, because that's when that's when Cower's wife moved, and he was kind of depressed and all that. Yeah. That was a tough season, and that was the preseason. Ben, that motorcycle accident, dealing with that, almost lost his life, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Sad. I remember that. I remember hearing about that.
Yeah.
That wasn't fun.
No. But switching over here, I'm not going to be talking shit on the Bills here. I'm just talking about what happened here against the Baltimore Ravens. 35-10 loss to the Ravens. Couldn't help us, Buffalo, with the goddamn divisional game, but that's okay. But Derrick Henry, Trevor, at times was called washed, didn't have it anymore. He starts the game off with an 87-yard fucking run. First play off of scrimmage. Start the game.
Yep.
Taylor goes, oh, shit, I said, yeah, it looks like it's going to be Lamar and Derrick Henry.
Long night.
He had max speed of 21.29 miles per hour, and he's fucking 247, Trevor. Try to tackle that.
He's running as fast as a lot of these receivers. And he's 30. He's 30. He's not supposed to do this.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to go off for 199 and a Todd. He's not supposed to do that. But now, he's just throwing together 150 plus yard games like it's nothing, and he could be up for OPOY soon.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous how good he still is. And Jerry, how are we feeling now, brother?
That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't want to troll the Cowboys tonight. I wasn't looking to.
That's very good, though.
But it's so easy to when they make organizational mistakes like that. And the Ravens, the Ratbirds, Ratbirds. They're Ratbirds.
Yep.
They're not the Ravens. They're the Ratbirds. The Ratbirds capitalize tenfold on it.
Yeah. Concern about Buffalo's defense by any means.
bit of an anomaly of a game. I am concerned the Von Miller, the season he was having, to kind of intermix stories here, if I may. Got a 4-game suspension for violating NFL's personal conduct policy related to a domestic incident committed against his pregnant girlfriend, allegedly, in November of 2023. So he's going to be out for 4 games now too. I'm a little concerned about that because he started off pretty well through the first 3.
And
not really anywhere to be found in this game, but
right. Just a tangent off of that. Bills Mafia coming for throats, Trevor, when this was released, asking why isn't Rashee Rice? Why wasn't he suspended?
Oh, I know. No, I agree. I agree. Be consistent. Be consistent. As far as I know, that's still going through the legal process, and there is precedent that when guys are still going through the legal process, they are allowed to play.
Right.
They are allowed to play. I believe that was established week 1, that a lot of his charges are still going through litigation.
I mean, I'm seeing memes of Roger in a Chiefs suit. I mean, it's
no, I get it. Well, I'm seeing memes of referees dressed in red and white stripes with a KC logo on them. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Fuck.
They earn that reputation sometimes, but
yeah.
No, I agree. Rashee Rice, if convicted of what he's being accused of,
right,
probably should be thrown in jail, let alone being suspended.
Right. No,
just my thoughts.
But no, moving along here. 0-4 season start. We're kind of getting back to early 2000 Jaguars. We're kind of coming back to where the Jags started, Trevor. 24-20 loss against the Texans in a last minute loss. I really thought they were going to maybe pull it out. They did not. Trevor Lawrence completed 54.5% of his passes for 169 yards and 5.1 yard per attempt average with 2 touchdowns. Trevor, the press conference after the game, Doug Peterson is basically pointing the finger at the players, saying that it's not the coach's fault. We make the plays, but we can't go out there and do them. Is he on a hot seat with, or what?
Well, yeah. First and foremost, yes, he is on the hot seat. He's right now, 0-4. Yes, 3 of those games were on the road. Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta win a couple, right?
Yeah.
You gotta win. You are in win now mode. Shad Khan came out and said it earlier this season. His twirled mustachioed self said, "We're here and we have a roster to win right now." You ain't won shit.
No.
Literally, you are 0-4, and in embarrassing fashion. Your quarterback stinks. Your defense stinks.
Yeah.
Your running game stinks. It all stinks. Your coaches stink.
Yeah.
And to Peterson's sentiment, that's fine. That's fine. It's just very reflective of, like you said, a guy that's on the hot seat, a guy that might lose his job very soon, and very reflective of an organization in a bit of disarray right now.
Yeah.
And I'm putting that pretty nicely by saying a bit.
Right.
Probably a little bit more than I'm letting on. But not good in Jacksonville. Not that I feel sorry for them, because, again, I wish it wasn't in my living room right now, but it's chilling on my couch. You do not fuck with the terrible towel.
Don't do it.
You haven't? You got it? There you go.
Yeah,
okay.
Don't fucking do it.
They haven't won shit since they've done that.
Correct.
I think it's been since November that they won a game. Last November.
Yeah. Yeah. Just not catching balls. Lawrence throwing fucking interceptions.
Lawrence looking like Kenny Pickett. Not good.
No. But he gets a beautiful contract.
Oh, he gets a beautiful contract. I was on ESPN earlier prepping for the show. I saw an American Eagle ad with him, in the long flowing locks and one of those cuffed sweaters. That was, a little overly stylistic for me, but he's a good looking guy. I'll admit it. You're a good looking guy. I mean, if I was gay, I'd want to get with that. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Right. But on the football field right now, he stinks.
He's terrible. It's terrible.
At the highest level, he's terrible. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
I mean, it looks like he's not even watching fucking film. That's the point it's at.
Oh, I know. It's, not good.
No.
Not good. Not good. And again, I said this last week, how important is Calvin Ridley to this team?
Correct.
Let's leave it at that.
Yeah. No, but moving over, I think it's highly anticipated for the viewers out there to hear our reaction every week on the Yinzer beautiful Pittsburgh Steelers. We did lose, but we gave a hell of a fight. So Trevor's going to start it off with his.
So you want to go good cop then bad cop? That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I will give it this. Even with the Fields fumble, the Pickens fumble, which I don't know what the hell he was doing on that play. If you watched it, tuck it away. You're going out of bounds. I don't know what he was doing. And of course, the bad snap at the very end. In between all of that and the mess that this game was, especially in the first half, and especially when Joe Flacco got in there, which I will say this: as soon as he got in there, I knew we were done.
Well, Ernie from Sesame Street took a break off set and came over and fucking played for the Colts.
Yeah, pretty much, brother. And he slung the ball around the field, 16 of 26, 168. He had 2 tuds. But I will say this about your Pittsburgh Steelers: they did not go away.
They didn't fold.
Last year against an AFC South opponent, no less. You remember the Texans game, 30-6.
Yep.
They folded like an Afghan, like your grandma folds an Afghan. They just folded.
Yep.
They folded like a poker player that that has phone numbers. Okay. Horrible look. In this game, the defense managed to cobble a decent second half together, gave up a touchdown and a field goal, sure, gave up 10 points, but and I will give credit to the Colts. They made TJ Watt a non-factor, and not a lot of teams can do that. Constantly chipping him, throwing an extra back out there. That too. But
yeah, no, they did do good.
We're never going to get those, okay?
No.
We're never going to get those, okay?
Right.
But yes, bear hug, that's a hold. I get it. Bear hug from behind, that's a hold. Yeah, that's a hold.
Sorry.
Back to my good stuff, though. I know I've been a little bit positive and negative here. On to the positive stuff. They did not go away. Fields was managing that offense like I saw Ben do not too long ago. And yes, he had to use his legs quite a bit. The offensive line's still figuring their shit out. They're young. They're green. Inexperienced. Got to figure out, how to play in these big moments and not commit, game-breaking plays. You know what I mean?
Right.
Still got to figure that out. But Fields looked good. Looked very good. 312 yards, making great decisions, getting the ball to Pickens, getting the ball to Freiermuth, making all the throws that he needs to, whether it's over the middle, whether it's on an out, whether it's on a post or, a skinny post, whatever the route was. He was getting the ball, putting it in the right place, and using his legs in between when he had to. Had a couple rushing touchdowns as well, so very good for him.
Yep.
Was also our leading rusher, actually.
Yeah.
Part of what we couldn't get going because we were down so much, but we executed well. We brought the game back to a manageable spot where we were thinking, oh, they might actually pull this off, and they had a drive to go down and either tie the game or win the game. And of course, we get set back by the low snap and just get behind the chains again. And lo and behold, we lose the game. But I will tell you, a lot of people that I was watching the game with, they said, let's put Russ in at half. I said no. Hell to the no.
No.
And you bet your ass, I rubbed it in their face. When Fields was rushing for those 2 touchdowns, I looked dead in their eyes and I said, can Russ do that? Can Russ do that? Can Russ do that? As he was making dime throws time after time after time. Can Russ do that?
Right. And Pickens. Yeah.
And Pickens.
No.
Yeah. Can Russ do that? And most of the time the answer, no.
No.
No, he couldn't. Let's see what you got with Fields. Let's see how he deals with adversity, and he dealt with it almost to the highest order.
Yeah.
So, Pittsburgh fans, I think we have our quarterback.
Yes. No, and I've already said it on here before. A lot of Chicago fans pissed off Fields left, and they saw what they could have. Trevor, now they have Caleb Williams. But anyways, no, I got a bitch about the officiating.
Go ahead. Bring the negative. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, here, I think we need to get to a point in this, and I saw it on Steel podcast. Hell of a guys. They do a great job. I think we're better, but that's okay. But anyways,
it's close. Those guys are pretty good too.
They are good, but no, they said it as well. But I have to say, we need to get to a point if officials are going to make game-changing fucking calls like they did on Minka on that unnecessary roughness, they need to get fucking fined. I mean, that is completely changing the course of the fucking game right there. Completely took the win out of our sails.
I believe that was on a third down too. If I recall correctly, it was on a third down.
I mean, fucking huge. And then on top of it, I know other teams have their power and rush passers and all that, and I'm not going to go too far into it. But for fuck's sake, you got to call it at some point when you got arms around the neck, because TJ's going to end up getting real fucked up. And then, I mean, if you're looking for product, Trevor, because fucking I can't even fucking think right now because I'm so pissed off about it. Who the fuck? I'm trying to think of it. If Raj is so concerned about the product, you take out probably the most dominant fucking player. If he gets hurt, no one's going to watch fucking Steeler games. I bet you we will still, but other people will say, well, fuck. Yeah. So I don't know. We need to come to common ground that the Steelers don't get fucked. And I know everybody's going to say, oh, you guys bitch, you got 6 Super Bowls. No, fuck that. We need a fair fucking chance. The Chiefs are getting fucking basically coddled and given everything on the fucking field. And we get shit. We're getting fucking calls, and then we don't get calls. Fields.
I get it. Yeah.
I mean, Fields is sliding, Trevor. And the guys are falling on him. And I remember in the Buffalo game,
I noticed
they call that for Allen, but they won't call that for Fields. That's just my But
I know. No. I mean, to counter that in the slightest sense, we did get a beneficial roughing the passer call.
We did actually. Yes, we did.
Yeah. So it went one way, good for us, but yeah, a lot of the times, and yes, we are seeing this through filtered eyes.
Correct.
We're seeing this through these eyes.
Yeah.
It didn't look good. It didn't look good. And when, Gene Steratore, whoever the rules analyst is on any given week, is coming up and saying, yeah, they probably shouldn't have made that call. Yeah, that was probably the wrong call. And when he's doing it like 3 or 4 times a game, it's not a good look.
Then fucking call up to him. You know what I mean? What the fuck's he there for?
He's an analyst, rules analyst. He's there to explain shit. He's not there to officiate the game. He did his, whoever it was, whether it's Gene or whether it's Blandino, they did the fair share themselves. So
no, they did. No, but that's all I had. I had to add a little spice, but no, Fields is our starter, and if I see Tomlin take him out of that starting role, I will be gratefully pissed.
Yes,
and I want everybody to know that when it hits the news, ESPN, just know I'm somewhere fucking fuming.
Yeah, I understand. And I understand I sound like a broken record when I say this. Just name Fields the starter already. Just do it. Just do it. Like I don't care that it's not an official thing. It's just a listing on a depth chart. Make it official. And make it certain that this is the guy that 10 other guys on the offense are going to follow when they're out there fighting for their lives, okay? This is the guy you're going to follow. He proved it in that game.
And I think from a coaching thing, Trevor, I mean, just being an athlete, I don't think I think he would get confidence if he just was named the fucking starter. Just name him the starter. I think he's trying to do this.
To me, he would get peace of mind, and maybe it's a thing to where he's still, in a sense, battling for the job.
Correct.
And so, obviously, I don't hope he's like forcing things and overperforming for that sake. It
Right.
doesn't look like he is.
No.
I'll just put that out there.
Right.
But only he and Tomlin and the people in that building know that. So
Right.
I hope it's not an instance with that. I hope it's just, he's comfortable with the offense. He's confident in his abilities, and he's confident in his ability to get people the ball and run the ball down the field.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like to me. That's what it looks like to me. And yeah, he, as evidence on Cam Hayward's podcast, he's still getting used to things in the Berg.
Yeah.
Wasn't used to the TJ Watt pregame speech, where he's throwing the helmet, he's throwing things in the room left and right, and just being a fired up SOB.
Yeah.
But he's starting to settle in. He's starting to settle in. So let's I don't want to say crown him already, but
right.
Let's get on with it here.
Yeah.
Let's get on with it. Let's just name him the starter. Be done with it. Quit being all mysterious and Tomlin-esque, and quit throwing, we don't want to give you all the ingredients to the hot dog out there. Just be straightforward with us. One time. Just name him the starter, please.
Yeah. And just last point, because I want to get the Trevor statements. We should not be treating this like a Mitchell, Trubisky, and Kenny Pickett. Justin Fields is far way better. This should just fucking move along. But
yeah,
that's all I had.
Last guy I want to give credit to is Arthur Smith. Called a hell of a game. Brought out elements of the offense that weren't present, weren't readily present in the first 3 games. And yeah, it takes time. It takes time to get up to game speed with your OCs, with your coaches, and with your players. We sure as hell got up to game speed there, even though we lost.
No, I believe in him too.
Yeah. And as far as this Cowboys game goes, it's Heinz Field. It's the Steelers at home on primetime on a Sunday night. Lawrence is out. Parsons is out. Watts in. Fields is in. I know our offensive line is bagged up, but we know how to manage better than anybody in the league when it comes to that, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got
LFG, all right?
Yeah.
Dallas, Jerry, you can take that America's team bullshit. You can bring it to Pittsburgh, and we're going to shove it down your throats.
Yeah.
Go Lurs.
And I can't say enough. Dallas is on the ropes, so this is probably not who they want to face right now.
Oh my God! Yes, yes.
So, we're probably the biggest.
We're Mike Tyson, and the Cowboys are pretty much any opponent that Mike Tyson ever faced, other than Buster Douglas.
Yeah, I'd be very worried, but I'll be back later with debate time. We'll go over to Trevor's news and segments here.
Yeah, kind of touched on the piece of news that I wanted to bring up. Von Miller suspended 4 games for that violating the NFL's personal conduct policy related to that incident in November. And that was actually the only piece of news that I had. So we're just going to jump straight into my segments, and we'll start with what's more likely. Good buddy.
Let's get it over. Yeah, I went way. I just realized we're at 40 minutes, Trevor. I apologize.
Oh no, we're good. We had a lot of news to cover, and I'm glad we did it.
Right.
Look at that. Look at that. You're getting better with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a mouse next week, and I'm gonna fucking.
You don't have a mouse right now? You're literally just clicking the pad?
I'm doing the pad. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got to get a mouse, man.
I'm going to get a mouse, yeah.
I got one of these.
Yeah, I'm getting one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that shit.
Yeah, oh, yeah, this controls the arrow, And then
goddamn.
You got your scroller right here, and then the clickers right and left. Yeah. How do you think I look up stats so fast?
Fuck. That's awesome.
Yeah. Starting with a doozy here for you, Billy. Devontae Adams prefers to be traded from the Raiders. The Raiders seem to be entertaining that. Most likely landing spot for Devontae Adams. The Jets, the Steelers, or I'm going to throw an NFC one out here for you, the Commanders. I know. I know. Sound off in the comments, please. Yes, Chiefs have been thrown out there. Raiders ain't trading within the division. I don't care how desperate they are. Okay, unless the Chiefs give them Arrowhead, they're not trading them.
Matters what the Steelers are willing to give.
Of course.
Khan is on the lookout for wide receiver. I really, if they're going to allow Devontae to have a word in it, I see him in the Jets uniform. We talked about it last year, even.
Yeah.
He wants to be with Rodgers. So
I'm in agreement. That makes the most sense.
Yeah.
The Jets bet on the ropes themselves, and they're still in win now mode. What better way to get yourself a little bit more over the hump, get a little more surety in things by getting the All-Pro and the guy that has one of the best receiving relationships with Aaron Rodgers, Davante Adams.
Yeah.
Makes all the sense in the world to me, and it's outside the division, so Raiders won't really have to see him again.
Yeah. Garrett Wilson and him, though. Devontae wants to be number one. That's just the butting of the heads.
No, I know. Well, here's the thing. The trade package might have to include Wilson. I don't know.
Wouldn't that be something?
That'd be a hell of a trade.
Used for aging. Oh.
Well, they're in win now mode, right?
Well, Rodgers is
sometimes you got to mortgage the house a little bit, right? You got to take a second mortgage out. And in this case, you're taking a second mortgage out on another aging star, obviously not as old as Rodgers and still very much in his prime and one of the best receivers in the league. But
what a conversation.
He's getting up there too. Yeah,
very good.
And Rodgers is going to have plenty input on that.
Yeah. Watch the news. That's all I got to say to the folks. Well, get ESPN alerts ready because shit might go down.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's going to get interesting.
More likely position to win Offensive Player of the Year. And I got a whole slew of guys here. Running back or wide receiver. And to give you a little bit of context, I looked these up this morning. Saquon, running back, is at plus 430 on FanDuel. Henry, plus 470. Jetta, Justin Jefferson at plus 600. Nico Collins, plus 1,000. CeeDee Lamb, plus 1,400. Chase, plus 22. JT, plus 22. And Kamara at plus 25. So you got a couple running backs at the head spot there, but then a whole slew of receivers right behind them. And obviously, we still got 13 games left in the season, so a lot could happen in between now and Week 18.
Yeah. If he can stay on this pace, I'll come right out and say a name, Derrick Henry.
So running back.
Running back.
Running back?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
he's safe on this fucking pace.
It's a breakneck pace, though. It's tough.
Yes.
It's tough. I mean, if he continues to score at this pace, which I think he could, as long as the Ravens get in the red zone, Derrick Henry's probably going to get the football at least once.
Yeah.
So I could easily see that. I'm going to say receiver, though. That's the most prominent position group today. Yeah. Offensive Player of the Year generally goes to receivers. And yes, you got top heavy at the running back position with Saquon and with Henry and with a few others. But I don't know. To me, a receiver is more likely to emerge as we go down the stretch, as offenses get more comfortable in the pass game. And quite frankly, my pick right now, if it were a receiver, would probably be Jetta.
I mean, the way Darnold's fucking slinging it to him, yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's an anomaly. I think this is a case of a quarterback finding the perfect system for him and him just blowing expectations out of the water.
And I don't mean this as a negative towards you and me, Trevor, but I really think Jetta could fucking play good with us as quarterback. Like he's been through how many quarterbacks?
Right. I've always said he's one of those receivers that makes the quarterback better, and very few guys can do that. Your Mike Evanses, your Davante Adams, and your Justin Jeffersons.
I mean, it's just amazing. What, 4 different quarterbacks I think he's had to go through, and he still was he got hurt
producing. Still ridiculously producing.
Yeah.
Just because he's getting the ball that much. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, transitioning over to the college game here. more likely ACC road favorite to cover their spread this week.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh is on the road at UNC. They're -3.
Mm-hmm.
Miami on the road against Cal. We saw how they looked against Vatech. Took a bit of a controversial call for them to win that game. And when I say bit of a controversial call, just ask Vatech fans what they think. They're Miami's -10 at Cal. Those odds, according to ESPN Bet, those OPOY odds that I brought up earlier, those were FanDuel.
I'm going to go with the latter, second one.
You say Miami, bounce back game?
Yep.
Think Vatech was a bit of a fluke?
Yeah.
I like the Pitt angle. That quarterback looks really good right now. UNC, Mac Brown, spiraling a little bit. Pitt honestly could come out and win this ACC if Miami slips up.
Some of my own shit came into that pick. I can't stand Pitt just
no.
as much.
I understand, and neither can I. But
you're being
quarterback
honest.
Jerkovich, that's his name. He's very good, and I want to say he's like it's either a redshirt freshman or a sophomore. He's pretty young yet.
Yeah.
Honestly, a lot of Pitt fans, and I work with a lot of Pitt fans saying better than Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, I mean, it's a low bar now looking back if you think about it.
He kind of tarnished the, but.
And I got to clarify for viewers out there. Oh, you're all about Pittsburgh. Okay, I love Permanis. I love everything except the goddamn university. Okay, that's it. I love everything else about it. Even the homeless people. I love them.
Y'all heard my lecture. Hopefully, y'all heard my lecture a while back on me liking the Buffalo Sabres. I'm not a Pens guy. So,
yeah, right.
Although Crosby, Malkin, you can't deny that greatness. Correct. So I gotta give props to them where it's due. And obviously, they got a lot more cups than the Sabres do. Sabres have 0. So, it is what it is. But long story short, not entirely Pittsburgh.
No.
Not entirely. Steelers, Pirates, not so much the university or the Pens. Pens are number 2. Sabres are number 1. For better or for worse. And I will say the bright spot of being a Sabres fan and going to Pens games, it's not like being a Capitals fan where they just hate your guts and they're like throwing shit at you, get the hell out. They more feel sympathy for you.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're a Sabres fan. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's why I do this,
Jesus Christ. They might buy you a beer. You never know. You might get a friendship out of it.
I did have a guy buy me a Yingling one time. So
there you go.
That was nice. I mean, he was drunk off of his ass, but he was nice.
He's getting out there, getting the juice in him.
Yeah, he was. He wasn't really dancing. He was just pissed drunk. But he's like, yeah. I almost didn't serve him, but then he gave me. I think he got one for his buddy who went to the bathroom or something, and he's like, "Here, like, do you slip something in this? Or no, it's fresh." Plug. And I got drunk too, so it's all good. It's all good. Anyway, off of that tangent, back to what's more likely. More likely, Power 4 team to finish the season undefeated.
No, yeah.
Ohio State at +230 or Texas at +215. Those odds via FanDuel, and I have these schedules up for us as well. So if you need some context there, we can discuss.
I'm going to go Texas because Ohio State's losing to Penn State. That's what I heard.
I don't know if that's going to happen, but they got to face Oregon and Michigan in there as well.
Right, I'm going Texas too. Still, yeah.
But yeah, Texas with the quarterback situation, Arch didn't, look up to the very, very lofty expectations that fans in the media had set out for him.
Yeah.
They got to go through Georgia.
Yeah.
And I will say probably a pissed off Georgia.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
After that game against Alabama, which was one of the greatest college football games that I've ever watched. And I watched the what do they call it? The Iron Bowl. I watched the Iron Bowl when Chris Davis took it all the way back. That was also a very good game.
Oh yeah.
And I won money on Alabama. I got a nice little profit boost. Won $40. So.
Fuck yeah, buddy.
Very good. But as for my pick, I'll take Ohio State.
Okay.
I'll take Ohio State. I just don't see Texas getting by Georgia.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I love Sark. I love what he's done with the program, and I love a lot of the players on that team, including Ewers and Arch.
Mhm.
I just, and I know they could keep up with them physically on the front lines,
Mhm.
but to me, Georgia's just too good for too long throughout a game, and I think it's just going to wear them down. So
Yeah.
I don't see them getting by Georgia. Ohio State, I could see getting by Oregon. I think Oregon, bit fraudulent at number 6, but they're still there, and they usually beat Penn State. So
Yeah.
as much as I hate to say it.
Yeah. No. Fucking Franklin.
Yeah. I get it. Switching over to MLB, touching on the playoffs here and integrating it with the unfortunate passing of Pete Rose.
Yeah.
More likely scenario in Major League Baseball: Pete Rose gets into the MLB Hall of Fame, or 2 teams in the MLB playoffs with a bye get ousted in the first round. At least 2. And those teams are the Guardians, the Yankees, Phillies, and Dodgers. And as of earlier tonight, Royals Yankees is set on the American League side, and Tigers Guardians is set.
I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna go with the latter, but the only reason I'm doing that is the MLB is just too goddamn stubborn, Trevor, to do the right thing. So that's why I'm going with the latter.
I'm in agreement.
Yeah.
I'm in agreement. And like I said, that legend of Pete Rose will never die because people will constantly clamor that he should be in.
I mean, we're talking 40 years, roughly. You gotta fucking let it go. Come on. I mean, it's not like he fucking did some fucking OJ shit.
No, I know. And I'll say this too. There are a lot worse people that are in a lot of other Hall of Fames.
Correct.
And I was discussing this with my buddy earlier. I believe it was yesterday or maybe even Monday, right after the news had broke that Rose had passed. We were discussing whether he should be in. I'm saying yes. He was saying no, and he was saying no. And we eventually got to a point where I'm like, well, if you're going to let some scumbags in, you just got to judge what's on the field, right? And then he, brought out his point of view, leave all the scumbags out. And that's fine. That's like, I can totally respect that opinion. Like, either put them all in or leave them all out. And right now, MLB, they can do their own thing. They're leaving them all out. I mean, Clemens, Sosa, McGuire, Rose, they're not in. So
I just think
I don't believe Sosa and McGuire are in. Let me verify that.
No, I don't think they'll ever. Yeah, I don't think they'll ever get in though. But
obviously, I know Bonds isn't in there. But
oh fuck no, he'll never choose him.
Yeah, neither of those guys in the Hall of Fame either. Sosa and McGuire, 2 guys that honestly saved baseball in the late '90s with the home run race.
I guess, Trevor, where I think a lot of people are at that watch this, maybe just fans, not even maybe fans of baseball, just know the story. If he was throwing games, okay, but he was betting on his own team and he performed to the highest fucking level. Like that's kind of where I draw.
In a way, he did kind of fix them, but it's like he was literally betting on himself.
It's just
which
tough.
I know you're not allowed to do. And that wasn't legal then, nor is it legal now. There's, just as severe consequences now.
Oh,
as there was then. I mean, hell, Calvin Ridley in the NFL getting that year ban for I think it was like $400 or $500 in bets or something.
Yeah.
So they take that shit more seriously than SA.
Correct.
So
yeah,
it is what it is. Integrating sports here, and I always got to throw in the wrestling. NXT debuted on the CW last night. Trick Williams becoming the NXT champion once again, alongside special guest CM Punk beating Ethan Page to regain the NXT title. 2-time NXT champion now, Mr. Williams is, and one of the great up-and-coming stars of this generation. Very excited for Whoop That Trick to come to the main roster.
Yeah.
And, of course, we touched on Derrick Henry. His greatness still continuing. He's running at a breakneck pace toward the OPOY. More likely that Derrick Henry is the last running back, like in terms of timeline, last running back to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, whose career ended the latest, is what I mean by last.
Yeah.
and this was the one that was on Rich Eisen that I was telling you about.
Okay.
Or Trick Williams breaks onto the main roster and wins a main roster world title within his first 3 years.
Ooh, I like that Trick Williams one.
Oh, he's very good.
I like that. They're putting a lot into him, and he puts a lot into it. So I think it's a beautiful relationship, and I think he deserves it.
I'm in agreement with you there.
She's a good fucking fan of him, Trevor.
Oh, really? Does she do the whoop that trick thing?
Yeah.
I do it too. If I'm being totally honest, what was it? NXT No Mercy, where he actually lost the title. I was up. Yeah, it was a good time. It was a nice time. Needs to get a little more merch, if I'm being totally honest. Right now, just kind of has the basic stuff and the sunglasses and the chains and the vest. Needs to get a little more merch out there, but he's very good. I see the argument for Derrick Henry. Running backs becoming less and less important as time goes on, and very few and far between are these workhorses that last well into their 30s. I mean, of the current running backs, who do you think's making the Hall? Probably Henry. Mm-hmm. I don't know if McCaffrey stayed healthy long enough. Definitely no one from the Steelers, right? And I know I'm asking you to think of this on the spot, so
no, you're
take it with a grain of salt.
I'd say Henry.
Shit,
now I got to think of running backs here a little bit.
No, I got you. Yeah,
I think McCaffrey has enough.
He could. He could.
Saquon, if he just needs a couple
again, the
years.
health thing, though. The health.
Yeah, 2 or 3 more decent years of healthiness. I think Saquon could be conversation. I don't know if he'll for sure get in though. But here's the other thing you're dealing with too, Trevor, and what when I was talking with other people that they're starting to get into football, they're like, Kelsey's only 34. I said, that's fucking old for a tight end.
It is.
I mean, we're talking 30.
Player, that's old.
Yeah, 30 to 32. Usually they retire. I mean, Tony Gonzalez got out of it early.
He did.
But I mean, running back, I think they're right around there, 34, 35. You're kind of, hey,
you're done. Yeah.
You know, so
and even through your 30s, you're in a backup or a committee role.
Right. I mean, you're just
that's what happened to AP. Even I mean, great as he was, or even Gore, Frank Gore, great as he was.
Yeah. I mean, Jerome couldn't even wipe his ass the day after a game. So, and what the fuck? He couldn't. The poor guy had to put a guest room down on the first floor and he couldn't sleep with his wife after a game because he couldn't make it up the stairs. I mean, I don't know. I got to think on the running back, so that's a good question, though.
No, I mean, to me, it's closer than a lot of people might think, but I'm a side with you on the Trick Williams thing. I think the crowd's going to get immediately hyped for him. They're going to get right behind him, and hopefully by that point, his former rival Carmelo Hayes is in a similar spot right now. Carmelo having a lot of great matches with Andrade on SmackDown right now. Hopefully looking for perhaps a U.S. title shot or some sort of mid-card title shot.
Right.
I think they'll push him soon, and I think Trick Williams going to get a pretty sizable push as we go throughout his main roster success as well. And both of those guys still super young in their 20s, so they're doing very well for themselves.
Yeah.
But that's all I got for what's more likely. Running through the segments for me, All In Raise Check or Fold is up next.
Hell yeah. Let's do it here.
Dig it. So, you watch the Alabama game?
Watched a little bit on FanDuel through that little fucking screen they give you if you put a bet.
Yeah. You put a bet on it?
Did put a bet on it, and I did do a pick 'em. And,
you picked Georgia, didn't you?
I did.
You picked Georgia.
I did.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
You picked Georgia.
I should have watched College Game Day and saw how fucking hyped out.
Yes.
Pat McAfee.
I mean, oh my God. Miss Terry was even on there. You picked against Miss Terry.
He's on the fucking chair.
She's a saint.
She is a saint.
She's a saint, and she was holding McAfee up while he was doing the roll tide thing.
Shit.
I swear,
Shit.
he's a toddler in a 35-year-old's body, or however old he is. But
Yeah.
he didn't even have to do the "what's that coming down?" He didn't even have to do that this time. He went straight tide. McAfee knows ball. Why didn't you, Alabama? I did. I won money. Screw you.
Right.
Anyway.
Right.
One of the prominent figures in that game is a 17-year-old by the name of Mr. Ryan Williams. And I don't know if you saw this guy. Had the game-winning touchdown, also averaged 29.5 yards per catch in that game, 6 for 177. Had that long-ass touchdown on that one-play drive to win it for the Tide. And I got to tell you, I've never been this excited over a Tide win, mostly because I don't like Georgia's program. And I now have a newfound respect for Saban and DeBoer and how they're running shit down in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
So I'm not a Roll Tide fan, but I was rooting for him on Saturday. Yeah. That's all I got to say. Anyway, this Ryan Williams.
Yeah.
He's already the best wide receiver in college football.
Yeah, he's kind of went off in other games too, I think. Not to this
He did. Had 2 for 139 in a game against Western Kentucky. Had both of those touchdowns, by the way. He had a Randy Moss-like stat line.
Jesus Christ.
And then had 68 and 78 yards in the next 2 games against USF and Wisconsin, respectively.
I'd say he is. I think he's high on a lot of boards already, even though he's 17. But, yeah.
No, I agree. And you do have a lot of great receivers still out there. Jack Beck in TCU, Trey Harris, Mississippi. Lest we forget how damn good Travis Hunter is on both sides of the ball.
Very good.
So I'm at a check right now just because of all of the, a little bit older talent that's currently out there. Mm-hmm. I want to see if he can sustain this. If he can sustain this at the end of the season, I'll say it.
Yeah, I'll go Rays. Yeah,
Rays. Okay, yeah. I'm at a check. Okay. I still think you got some of these other guys out there that's dribbling at Oklahoma State as well. Like I said, Hunter, Ty Felton at Maryland, uber talented guys that are older than Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams still got, even though speedster, teams are going to start to key in on him now. Can he still produce when that happens? Right. If he can. And he can produce at this breakneck pace, he's going to find himself at the top of a lot of stat sheets and a lot of player rankings in the near future.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I'll say check for now with potential to easily move up to raise an all-in by season's end.
Yeah, I agree.
Whoa.
Oh.
Do you see what your dad just commented?
What did he?
Yeah. Holy shit. Is that real?
No way.
Is that real?
I don't know. Let me fact check it. Jesus.
I was going to say, that sounds like a Facebook thing. I was going to fact check that, then we'll continue with all in race checker full, because I need a resolution to that. That's a little...
It's happening.
It's happening?
Announcing he will face former Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker James Harrison in an MMA exhibition fight.
Oh, God. He's got to stick and move like a motherfucker.
About scheduled it's scheduled right before the Super Bowl.
What?
What the fuck? I want to know what streaming.
That's nutty.
We'll touch on it.
What source did you confirm that with?
It's on X. Chad Ochocinco announced it on Twitter X, whatever the fuck.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, to give my immediate reaction, Ochocinco, you better learn how to stick and move quick, because if those 30-inch pythons get a hold of you, right out of you.
I'm going to tell you right now, the scariest guy I saw step in, maybe Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's up there with the
animal, the alpha male of our species. Yeah,
Rampage Jackson in his prime. When he was in that one he was on one of those. I don't mean to go off and fuck up your segment, but
go ahead. This is like huge news. Go ahead.
The training show they had when they had like the X Fighters on their training, like the new guys that were trying to get their spot, And he got so pissed off and he ripped that fucking door in half. I said, that man is fucking terrifying. And that is the same feeling I get every time I see James Harrison. Every fucking time I'm scared.
Yes.
His eyes. His fucking eyes. To quote him, I don't have to smile to make you feel comfortable. Okay.
Yeah. Ocho's fighting that. Ocho's fighting that. Good luck,
Holy
dude.
shit.
Good luck, brah.
I'll pay good money. I don't give a shit. I'm watching that.
I was gonna say that's got to be pay-per-view. I'm gonna find a way to illegally stream that. That's gonna be great. That's gonna be fantastic. Thank you, Jeff, throwing that out there. That's wow.
I'm happy I found that.
Yeah, Nathan, I'll definitely pay to see that too. I'm gonna try the freeway first, but
I'm
if
not
I have
gonna
to
lie.
pay for it, I have to pay for it. You know,
If we wouldn't have been looking at shit, because I know we talk on PlayStation after this, but if I would have woke up to that news in the morning, I might have had a fucking heart attack. That's some serious. That's fucking.
Oh yeah, that's
Whoa.
interesting. That's interesting. That's like a Le'Veon Bell boxing match. You're like, what? Really?
Jesus. But anyways,
going off on the breaking news tangent there, back to all in, raise, check, or fold. Reeling people back in, hopefully a little bit. The Commanders can sustain this run and win the division. You know how good Jaden Daniels is playing right now. Good sir. They're at the top of the NFC East. They're 3-1. And not just beating scrubs, neither. They beat the Bengals, bruh.
I'm gonna go Rays.
Who else did they beat here? Who else did they beat? Let me look. Let me look here. Cardinals, they did lose to the Buccaneers and beat the Giants. But they just killed the Cardinals, who we thought were going to emerge as a pretty good offense this year.
Yeah. I'll go Rays just off Jane Daniels' performance.
I'll say Rays as well. That's about where I was at.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for the sake of Cowboy and Eagles haters that we're correct.
Yeah.
And, it'd be good for that fan base to finally see that organization doing well again after years of turmoil, controversy, litigation, accusations, so on and so forth. So for the fans, yes, I want that.
Yeah.
So have you been seeing what the University of Kentucky's doing? Took Georgia to their absolute limit. And they beat Ole Miss this past week. I don't know how the hell they're doing it. No. They're doing it playing Kentucky football. Yep. I think they got at least one more top 25 upset in them this year. And as it stands, they have 3 more top 25 matchups this season. Number 4, Tennessee. Number 2, Texas. And number 22, Louisville. I think they can beat at least one of those teams.
I'll go. We're just kind of stuck getting on this Rays shit. I'll go all in on that, Trevor. They beat Louisville.
They beat Louisville?
Yeah.
So long as Louisville ranked top 25 at the. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say Rays with you. Yeah. I'll say Rays. I'm hoping this isn't a miracle run. It doesn't seem like it is. They're playing very tough physical football. They're winning games by grinding it out. And that's how good teams tend to win games. They know how to win the close ones. They know how to win ugly.
Right.
And Kentucky did that against Ole Miss. That wasn't too pretty of a battle, but they knew how to run the ball. They knew how to keep possession of the ball, and they didn't make back-breaking mistakes.
Right. Right.
I'll give it to them there.
Yeah.
Sticking with college football, all in, raise, check, or fold. The Big 12 is a better conference than the ACC this year. And I'll give you a little synopsis of both of them here.
Yeah.
So the ACC, you got 3 top 25 teams in there right now. Miami, Clemson, and Louisville. Okay. Yeah. Duke is also 5-0, but they really haven't played anybody. SMU 4-1, not doing too bad. Boston College better than a lot of people expected. They're 4-1. But as it stands, you got those top 3 teams and then pretty much everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
In the Big 12, you got the Colorado Buffaloes, who are finally making some noise. They won last week, too. Killed UCF.
Yes.
Iowa State's number 16, Utah's 18, Kansas State's 20, which I know they had that disappointing loss to BYU, but they bounced back in huge fashion at home against Oklahoma State.
Mhm.
You also got West Virginia, who's played some good teams and, battled somewhat reasonably. Texas Tech 4-1. Oklahoma State's kind of disappointing at 3-2. And then, that's about it. But to me, Big 12 is a little bit deeper in the ACC right now.
I'm going to go all in on that.
All in? Oh,
Yeah.
You read my mind, brother.
Yeah.
You read my mind. Yeah, I mean, I understand. We talked about Pitt, and I talked about, these guys win in the ACC, and I still think they will. But to me, that's a much more top-heavy conference. The ACC is just, of course, you got the biggest disappointment in college football this year in Florida State. Okay?
Correct.
They are 1-4 as it stands right now, and they are losing recruit after recruit after recruit that is consistently decommitting from their school because of the losses stacking up. And now DJU's out for 3 or 4 weeks. I think he's got a broken finger.
Jesus. Okay.
Not that he was doing much to help the cause, but still.
Right.
Hell, I could have thrown this in an episode of, or in a segment of Are They Fucked, but I kind of already did that. I think I did that a couple weeks ago, actually.
Yeah.
But no, Big 12. Yeah, across the board. Yeah, they're very good, very good. Going back to the NFL, I know I kind of went back and forth between college, NFL, and a couple other sports in there. The Steelers this Sunday against Dallas, without Lawrence and Parsons, will score more points than the Pats and Dolphins will combined in their game. And that over-under, I believe, is at 35.5 when I last checked it. Let me verify that again for the viewers at home. 36.5 it moved up to. And you got Huntley starting for the Dolphins. And Brissett apparently still in for the Pats.
I've gotten a lot of shit in my 27 years of existence, just overballing the Steelers.
Yes.
But I love them. But
are you going to overball them again?
Billy? We're going to go check there. They do get 28 points, though.
Okay.
They do get 20.
You're just concerned about what are you concerned? You're more concerned about the Dolphins-Pats game? Just that they're going to somehow hit the over or something? What's the thought process there?
I feel like I got to remember who's playing. Brissett or is May?
Brissett, I believe, is still playing.
Jeez, shit, that's fucking. Actually, fuck that. I'm gonna go all in.
You went from a check to all in.
I'm gonna go all in because now that I'm thinking, Skylar Thompson's playing, right? Or no, we got that fucking Huntley's. Yeah, all in. That's going to be terrible. Thank God Al Michaels is not calling that game. Thank God.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, let me make sure that. Yeah, as far as I can see here, Brissett's still starting. So
I just don't. I never liked them.
Yeah,
I didn't like them in Indianapolis. I didn't like them in fucking New England.
Oh, yeah. I just see a headline here. Brissett, 100% still the QB1.
I love you, Josh. You handsome son of a bitch. I love you.
Yeah, but, that coming from the mouth of Gerard Mayo. So, yeah, I don't know.
Hold on to your investment, I guess. I really was high on May.
To me, you got to see what you got, okay?
Yeah.
You're probably not going to win a whole lot of games anyway. The fact that you beat the Bengals was a minor miracle, okay? You haven't done squat since then, okay? Just see what you have there. Develop the guy, get him some NFL reps, make sure he doesn't get hurt long term anyway. But look out for your future. The guy's 21 years old. Give him a shot. Come on. Not that hard.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll say Rays on that, though. I'll say Rays.
Yeah. That was a good one.
Yeah. No, I say we might score 24 again. Mm-hmm. I could see that. Especially, Fields with his mobility, I think he could take advantage. Cowboys play a lot of man coverage, so I think he could take advantage of that if there's not a spy consistently on him.
Just not the extended, but I do
Sure.
have to
Go
say,
ahead,
for the
please.
viewers that are going to be watching on Sunday night to see if me and Trevor are going to be crying on Tuesday, I will have you know, and you heard it here first, George Pickens will have over 100 yards on Diggs. He will have over 100 yards.
Bold. That's
Bold.
pretty bold. It's very bold.
I think he's going to do it.
I don't think I'll put money on that specifically, but
I'll fucking put it in.
I think we can. I think we can score some points. I think we can score some points.
Put it in now.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the last topic I had for All In Raise Check or Fold. Moving on to my last segment on a scale of 1 to 10. Are they fun? Cue it up, lackey.
Jeez. Freaking Josh. On the, let me get them. Like on the soundtracks, that's probably my favorite one. Not segments. I love all your segments, but
yeah, no, that's the to me that is it's between All In Raise Check or Fold or that one. Probably in the scheme of the ensemble. Yeah, that with the Nicolas Cage and the just the steady drum beat, that's pretty good. I do, like I said, I love the dogs playing poker and the dog in the back smoking the cigar. Love that.
That was your idea too. That was good.
Oh yeah. I literally just said, do you have a stock thing of dogs playing poker? I think that'd be cool. And you're like, and the next week I show up for a little pre-game meeting, and you show me that, and I'm like, well, geez, all right, cool.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Anyway,
yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I should say, is it fucked? The Aaron Rodgers experiment in New York.
Oh. I'm going to go 7. I go 7. I'm not going to kill it yet.
I was at a 4. I was at a 4. I'm not going to overreact to him yet.
Okay. I'm just saying how frustrated he is.
Josh at a 6. Yeah, we're all we're like, we're worried, but we're not. I'm not too worried. You guys are a little bit more worried than me.
I am.
But I don't know. Obviously, this past week was a bad look, and I know it was a bit of an anomaly of a game for Rodgers. He had looked good so far, managing the game, getting the Jets to a sustainable way of winning for a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's those other 2 weeks are not so hot. So are we going to keep seeing this back and forth, or is he going to finally settle in? Is he going to get along with Saleh and the rest of the offense and deliver? Too early to tell. That's why I'm at a 4.
Here's a bold, just to go off that, because I feel like I don't give enough when we do these.
Sure. Yeah, you're fine.
Is Hackett fucking him up? That's always been my question.
Apparently they have, if Rodgers and he wanted to have a love child, they probably.
I mean, they love each other, but the frustration that I've seen of sound bites, how pissed off he is because he has to call timeout because shit's fucked up. You didn't really see that in Green Bay as much as you're seeing it in. I mean, we only have a small sample of New York Rodgers, but I mean, he's pissed on the sideline.
I mean, of course, the media in Green Bay much less than that of the New York as far as media presence goes. The spotlight's much more on the Jets than it was on the Packers when Rodgers was there. We knew that was going to play a factor, right? Yeah. And it has. Yeah. And it has. And I think that's why Josh is at a 6. You guys are at a 7. I don't want to say media is influencing it a little bit, but in reality, they do. They do. Oh, yeah. They constantly, they're bashing the Jets. They're bashing the Giants. Yep. It's a tough market to play in. And just figuring that out pretty damn quick.
Yes, he is.
So. Yeah. I'll leave it at a 4, though.
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? Von Miller and his NFL career. After, again, another suspension.
The caveat to this, Bills Von Miller.
Bills Von Miller.
That's just for the viewers out there.
He's Hall of Famer. He's Hall of
Yeah.
Famer. But
Ne-
it's his, like, as it stands on this date, the year of our Lord, October 2nd, 2024,
Mhm.
is his career.
I'm going to have to go 8.
I was about there too. I'd say 8.5 or a 9. I'll go 9. I'll go 9.
Both parties in this, Trevor, Von Miller. Okay, I'll take a 4-game suspension. I didn't play much while I've been here already. You got 145 million. If I'm Von Miller, I'm not really sad. But if I'm Buffalo,
Oh, if
good.
I'm Bills Mafia, they've already expressed how frustrated they are with that contract.
You got the shit end of the deal here, buddy.
Yeah.
So
GM kind of fucked that one up. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? And actually, let me look at this score real quick before I say this. Make sure this game hasn't gone final yet. No, 3-2 in the bottom of the 6th. Mets, Brewers. On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? And as a Pirates fan, and this is a Skeens jersey. I'll show y'all here in a second. As a Skeens offensive rookie of the year hopeful, here's the favorite, -145. Go put your bets in now, people.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? The Milwaukee Brewers. Down 1-0 and 3 innings away from being ex-nade, despite, I believe, winning the NL Central.
Let's go 9.
Yeah, I'll put that at a 9.
Josh is a Mets fan.
Yeah. I'm a Mets fan tonight too.
Yeah.
I mean, I am a hang on. I am a Pirates and a fan of this guy.
Yep.
You get a clear shot of that.
You look good.
All right, good.
Oh, yeah.
$80 on eBay.
Looks crisp.
Somehow. It's a little orange. If you're in the room with me, it's a little orange, but it's not bad.
No, looks good.
Pretty good. I got my dad a Kutch one. City Connect.
Very nice.
City Connect. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yep. So, fuck the Brewers. Good damn bye.
Yep.
Thank you.
Never liked them anyways. Never did.
No.
They're just there. That's another team that I really don't give a shit about.
Oh, same here. I mean, I'm less of a fan of, the Astros, obviously. Yankees.
Yeah, well.
Yankees are up there. Cardinals.
Sucks.
The Reds. Never really liked the Reds. Although soft spot for Pete Rose. That's really about it.
Yeah.
Anyone else in the division, and the Dodgers. I don't like the Dodgers.
No, the Dodgers either. No.
They're like the Cowboys of the NFL, or they're like the Cowboys of the MLB. They, dump a shit ton of money into their team, and then lo and behold, they crap out when it matters most.
Shut themselves. Yeah.
METS, Mets. Yes. Hopefully they can finish off, and I don't know if they'll finish off while we're on the air here, but I'm hoping so.
Yeah.
Hoping they breeze through these last 3.5, just boom, boom, out. Get it done.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? And I know you know this guy, Matthew Sluka, former UNLV quarterback, who was screwed out of some NIL money, left the university.
Yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, is he and his image fucked? And bear in mind, UNLV went on to beat Fresno State, a pretty solid football team, 59-14. Smoked him. Blew him out of the water.
Are we going to classify him as a whistleblower?
Present your case, good sir.
Because he's and this is the sad, just getting into my, I guess, personal. I mean, I was only a runner.
Yeah. I mean, but you're an athlete. You have a different perspective.
I would say if you're guaranteed stuff, you go there. I mean, it's different. I mean, he's a big football guy and was a little runner. But if you're guaranteed stuff and the coach fucks you like that, he has all the right. I'd be pissed off. Fuck yeah. I'm doing this for you, and you're not holding up your end of the deal. Now there's money involved that I could, help myself or help my family. Yeah, I think he's fucked because he's going to be used as an example. So I'm going to go 6 on that. Or sorry, not 6. I'm going to go 8 on that. The kids, yeah, it's not going to be good.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
gonna be good.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's going to be an example, Trevor. I'm telling you.
Unfortunately, yes. I'm putting that at a 6, and here's why.
Okay.
A lot of attention did go to Sluka and the fact that he left the university. It's it's becoming more about money rather than playing for the love of the game. Blah 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 blah
Right.
blah. There's all that talk out there, of course.
Right.
But I believe it was Orlovsky also brought this up. To the person that screwed him over and promised him money in a handshake deal and then couldn't deliver, fuck your rich ass. Okay?
Yeah.
Screw you. You promised the kid money. You didn't deliver on it. Okay?
Right.
And you probably got money that you can wipe your ass with and still have money. Okay?
Do you think the boosters are involved, or is this?
I don't know.
I got to read more.
I heard it was a booster.
Okay.
And that's what they were saying on television. That's what the likes of Orlovsky and a few others were saying. So to that guy or girl, whoever it was that screwed this young man out of money that you know could use to pay for his college tuition if he wasn't already on scholarship, or could make a big difference in he and his family's life. To the person that did that, screw you. Okay? Screw you. It should be as much about that person being a rich, greedy prick as much as it is about Sluka leaving.
And we said it actually. Yeah, you came up. I said it to. He's no longer on here, but I love him to death. Nate.
Sure.
I told him when this broke. I said they need to fucking put guidelines on this, and they didn't.
They do now.
And
They do
here,
now.
They do now, but it's still not.
And now it's becoming more about protecting the players with like agents and representation, rather than the NCAA coming down and hammering this thing with border walls.
It's fucked up.
Which to me is kind of the way this organically came about, right? You throw this kind of stuff out there, and it's I think it was Orlovsky also said this. Wild Wild West. That's what it is. Guns. It's Wild Wild West.
Yep.
Yeah, you can make handshake deals, but that doesn't mean they're not going to stick a knife in your back later.
Yeah.
So.
No.
And that's how this went down. So I'll.
That's a good one. That got me going.
I think I said that at a 5.
Yeah.
If I said something before, I'll leave it at a 5.
No, that was a good one. You got me good. I'm going on that one.
Oh yeah,
that was good.
No, I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. So, Bad Blood's coming up. It's this Saturday.
Yep.
A lot of good matches going on there. Hell in a Cell, Punk McIntyre, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan. Finally getting the vengeance. Hopefully there. Finn versus Damian. Some Judgment Day business being taken care of there, as well as what was who's Cody Rhodes facing? Cody Rhodes facing somebody?
That crazy motherfucker, isn't he? With where the fuck's Dustin when we need him? And
hang on. Let me look at the Bad Blood card, because I forget if it's like primarily Raw people. No, Cody Rhodes is on the. Oh no! It's the tag match. That's right. It's that tag match.
Okay.
With Solo and Fatu versus Rhodes and Reigns. That's.
I cannot remember that fucker's name. It's Fatu.
I thought there was a world title match going on, but I actually Gunter and Sami Zayn. That's going on as well. That was just made the other night. That's why I couldn't remember that one too. But a lot of good shit. But an interesting stipulation for that women's world title match, which leads me right into, on a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? Dom Mysterio when he's in that shark cage above the ring.
I'm really excited about the theatrics they're going to do with it. I'll go 7.
7?
Yeah.
I hope it's a 9. I hope it gives him flashbacks of his 4 hours in county jail.
He heard us like talking about him, and he just appeared in the comments.
Oh, he did. Yeah. What do you need? Bad Blood card, Dustin. I was struggling with that for a minute, but my memory got jogged. Sometimes my memory just shuts off when we're live on the air here, but I turned it back on. We got it. We got it. Thank you for the timely response, Dustin.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's going to be entertaining as hell.
Oh yeah.
I think Liv's going to still try to find a stupid way to win.
Yeah.
I don't know, brass knuckles or a chain or something. Dom's going to hide. I don't know. I don't know what's going to. Some screwy's going to happen.
Yeah, I'll be watching.
I will be at a Penn State post tailgate, so I'll have to watch it the next day. But I probably won't be able to avoid the spoilers.
Yeah, no, I won't be messaging. I'll just.
I'll see it on Twitter. I'll see it on Bleacher Report.
Yeah.
It is what it is. No, I'll watch it. I'll watch the videos. I'll watch the highlights. I'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that is it for this week's edition of On a Scale of 1 to 10. Are they fucked? And that's it for my portion of the segments. We got debate time coming up to round us out.
Hell yeah. Well, hell of a fucking show.
Oh, yeah. It's been a good one. A lot of substance to this one. A lot of, again, roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah. I want to Dan. Fuck. Someone.
What's that?
Oh, Josh, your Panthers. Stop.
He's fine.
Anyway,
he's probably got hopefully he's got a good reason for it. That's all I'm going to say about that.
A lot of people like him just because of Dan Marino. Yeah. But debate time. A lot of twists and turns here in the questions here. But
sure.
We always have a food one. We always have a WWE one, and football and NBA. So first one here. What is better, Domino's or Pizza Hut?
Ooh. Yeah. Well, are we talking quality of the product, or are we talking just the overall experience of getting the pizza?
Taste and experience.
Taste and okay, so the whole holistically. Well, I tell you, there's only one pizza that would deliver at 2:00 in the morning when you are high and drunk and looking to avoid a hangover while you're pounding electrolytes, and that is Domino's.
It always came in.
It always came in clutch, and I always got the barbecue chicken with the barbecue sauce and the chicken and the regular cheese, doubled up on the chicken.
Yep.
Doubled up on the chicken. So, yeah, I will say Domino's, largely because they've come in more clutch when I needed them to, during long night study sessions, or when I was pissed, drunk, and high, and all that fun stuff that college kids do, right?
Correct.
And I've had way more of that than I have Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut, more of a go in, sit down, eat it sort of type of place.
I'll say Domino's. I like their crust, the seasoning, the garlic seasoning on there. It's delicious.
Very good. The garlic knots. The garlic knots.
Yes, like cheesesteak Domino's. Josh, very good.
Oh, very, very nice. Very nice.
But
God, you're making me hungry, and I just ate.
Take me back to now. Caveat to this, though. Take me back to throwback. I'm talking the fucking red lamps on the table. Yeah. The old fucking buffet.
Peak.
That was when Pizza Hut was the greatest.
Agreed.
Domino's, it's the predecessor now. So, good shit there.
Yeah, I mean, if I am going for the product, probably Pizza Hut, but Domino's, you get a little bit better of a value, and they deliver at all times a day. So it's
and the delivery driver, not in a bad mood. It's kind of happy to see you.
Yeah, even at 2 a.m.
But
even then, I just kind of just leave it outside the door.
Just put it on the door.
I'll give you a good tip. Huh?
Yeah,
I tend to tip generously when I'm drunk.
Yeah, right.
So,
Josh
will answer. Tell you what, we'll make that the being a man type question of the week. We'll get to that at the very end after yours there, Billy.
All right. Is George Pickens a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL today?
No.
I'm going to say no. Okay.
Who's ahead of him? Jetta.
Yep.
Nico right now, who's on pace to have the most receiving yards.
Yep.
CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams.
What's debate in Josh? You're on page 2, Steelers Depot. Some guy went off the handle and said top 5. I said, hey, maybe top 10. I'll sneak him in the top fucking 10.
Yeah, like 8 or 9 somewhere. In
We're
there.
getting a little too fucking horny here. He's not top 5 yet. Okay, just if the numbers get up, we'll see. But,
yes. And well, hell, honestly, where do you throw Neighbors right now? Like for this year, where I know he's young, but he's great. No, he's making Daniel Jones look good. I mean, Christ.
Yeah, and that takes a lot. Okay, let's not
effort than any one of us could imagine.
Yeah. But this one is going to hit. I think a lot of viewers that were watching WWE in the early 2000s, mid 2000s. Who was more creepier when you were growing up? Their entrance, the storyline. Who scared the shit out of you, Undertaker or Kane? What gave you the heebies more?
Ooh, I tell you, one of the earliest memories I have of WWE. Well, 2 of them actually. One of them I saw on YouTube, and that was Kane coming to the ring in shackles. That's iconic with the slow chemical entrance. Come on, peak. Peak. Very creepy as hell. Then I got into went down the rabbit hole of the whole Shane McMahon storyline, limos, electrocuting testicles, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
I'd probably have to say The Undertaker just because of the mind games that he would play. One of the earliest rivalries I can remember was him and Orton in 2005 that culminated in that Hell in a Cell match. A lot of mind games going on there. And, the classic line when he takes away Teddy Long in the limo, buckle up, Teddy.
Yeah.
I knew he was playing a character, but that was still very cool. And whenever that gong hit, you knew some creepy shit was going to happen. Kane, legend in his own right. Great athlete, great storyteller. But Undertaker came first. And he's a legend forevermore.
Yeah. No, I think the thing with Kane and Undertaker did a little bit of it. If you look back at the choreograph,
Kane was more like psychopath, serial killer type.
Fucking,
you know what I mean?
Took mankind to another fucking place. That's
yeah. That's kind of what it did. That's kind of what it did. I mean, Christ, putting Paul Bearer in a freezer full of dry ice to kill him. And lest we forget, Undertaker pulling the lever and burying Paul Bearer in cement. So both of them, their characters had screws loose. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Kane, to me, a little more crazy serial killer type. Undertaker just knew how to play those mind games, knew how to scare the shit out of you, literally sometimes. According to a couple wrestlers' confessions, anyway. And he knew how to do that to the highest level while also doing business. So
masked or unmasked, Kane, when they would do the fucking blackouts, and then he's just fucking appear, and like they did with Taker a lot. But that when I was a kid, Trevor, and you just see that big son of a bitch just appear behind the person, or they came. I don't know if he came out of the ring one time.
A couple times he did, yeah, he did.
I'd shit my pants.
Well, so did Taker. Both of them kind of did.
Like I think he'd come out from my fucking bed. That it fucked me up.
Yeah, fucked me up. Back when you thought it was real, huh?
And then when I found out it was fake, I was like, no, that's fucking bullshit. There's no way but it is what it is.
Dustin's agreeing with you. Actually, he says Kane.
Yeah, no, Dustin still thinks it's real, but that's who's the good. He believes in the Easter Bunny, but anyway, who's the greatest NBA coach of all time in your opinion? I already have mine, but
is it Phil?
It's bias.
Yeah. I mean,
done.
It's hard to argue that. Jerry Sloan, greatest one to never win a title.
Yeah.
Trying to think. Oh, who was that Celtics coach in the 60s? Red something?
Owner and
GM
or I think it was a coach, though. There's something with that, Trevor. Or was he the GM or the owner? I can't remember
Red
what.
Auerbach, that's who it was.
Yeah, mastermind.
Yeah, innovator.
Yeah,
absolutely. I probably got to go with Phil though. I will give a lot of credit to a journeyman like Bill Fitch though. I do have a nice little soft spot for him.
And oh my God, it's fucking Pat Riley.
Pat. Oh, mm-hmm.
You can't go to dinner with Jordan. You can't.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing.
I don't know. But yeah, that's all I had. I'm trying to think of other coaches now that I see. Like I'll write these questions. It's just like what you said. I had it fucking planned, and I blank. I don't know. I can't think of the other guy.
I'm literally searching all-time NBA coaches to see who comes up. A lot of love for Pop, of course.
Oh, Greg Popovich for sure.
Yeah. And I will say, Eric Spoelstra, one of the best coaches of modern times.
Yes.
Won a title post Big Three. I mean, great. Come on.
Right.
He did pretty good for himself. Gets a lot out of his teams. Larry Brown was good. Chuck Daly for a while. But
oh my God, I forgot that fucking guy.
Who?
Chuck Daly, Elk County fucking born, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But yeah, it's probably, to me, it's Phil. It's Phil. You can't argue with the bling bling.
What I loved about him, Trevor, is his and you got a little substance of it, but I hope they do, and maybe they do have
from Kane, Chuck Daly from Kane.
Yeah.
Thank you, Josh.
Yeah, but his whole study with the Native American Indians.
Yeah,
how he go to the tribes and take what they did with the Bulls team, like that. That's fucking cool. How he's just sense of self. He's a very intelligent guy. I think he smoked a lot of ganj, but we appreciate his efforts, Phil.
That's right. Those tend to be intelligent humans, right? I mean, look at Bill Walton and Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, I don't. Modern day fucking Bill Walton, Aaron Rodgers. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Misunderstood, controversial. Well, he doesn't get hurt quite as much, but yeah.
Again, I can't stress enough. If you have not watched the 30 for 30s on Bill Walton, I really think it would change your opinion on him.
Very good.
Cannot stress enough.
A lot of unfortunate circumstances involved with that one.
Oh yeah. But anything else for this?
Oh yeah, Josh's question: blondes or brunettes, bud?
I'm married to a blonde. I think it's.
So you kind of have to say blonde. Huh?
I've always been fond of blondes. Look
That's
at my
fair.
dating history.
That's fair. I'm a brunette guy. I'm a brunette guy, and I'm not talking like messy, just like pure, like brown, like that's
natural.
Natural.
Okay, they have to
natural, not dyed. And with blondes, they can dye it, they can like bleach it and stuff, and you can call it blonde. So
right,
natural brunette, perfect.
Yeah.
Love blondes. Brunettes.
Awesome, John.
Yeah. No, I get you. I'm kind of the other way around. I've dated more blondes than brunettes, but I prefer the brunettes.
Right on. But no.
I'll have to come up with a be a man question of the week. That's kind of becoming a theme with this.
And to all the Trevor, anything else for the folks out there?
That's all I got. Like I said, hopefully Skeens take home Rookie of the Year, and go Lurs on Sunday, brother. Go Lurs and go PSU. They play UCLA this week. I will be at least tailgating. I don't know if I'll go to the game. We'll see. I'll take pictures if I do, though.
Hell yeah. No.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be, But,
right. Yeah. No, that's the beauty. But no. Jesus Christ. But no, we appreciate everybody as always. Josh throwing that in there also helped me add to our little saying. Make sure to tell your weird neighbor, your grandma, your girlfriend, any ladies in your life. Our girl demographic could go up if the ladies would like to, any females out there or fans of sports, come on and enjoy the show with us as well. Any questions out there? But as always, have a good day, have a good night, stay safe, God bless. This was another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys with your host here, DB, and host Trevor Dinsmore, and we'll see you next Tuesday, 8 o'clock. Also, watch our socials if time changes happen. A lot of phone calls. People wondering if we were having technical difficulties. We're okay. Trevor's alive. I'm alive.
Hey, Billy had to go see his sister's senior night. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, the debate time.
Priorities here. All right.
Yeah. Debate was on too. So
right. Yeah. That honestly, just a quick add-in. The most civil debate I've seen in the last 10 years when it comes to politics.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah. Very good. Eloquent on both sides, and it was all pretty much all policy. So. Good.
Showed humans. It was human.
Yeah.
But
very good.
We appreciate everybody. We're going to hit this little slideshow for you guys, and we'll see you next. We always get a comment. Hold on a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Bye.
A lot of love. See y'all.
We're literally going to talk to you in 20 minutes. All right. Bye.
Have a good weekend, everybody.